From one open home, you get like nobody showing up. And then the next open home, you got like 3 people showing up. And then the next open home, you got like 10 people showing up. That's like a $1 million question that you should be asking yourself. What is happening? Why is this open home getting 10 people? And why is the other open home only getting 0 to 1? Who can answer that? Oh, I'd love to know. Great answer, but that wasn't the answer that I was after, but that's part of it. It comes down to one thing. The quicker you acknowledge that your listing is overpriced, the easier it is for yourself to be able to move forward. That is it. But if you're getting buys through an open home, whose fault is that? The agent can't close. That's as simple as that. If you're getting like 10 groups and you haven't been able to close 1 out of 10, whose fault is that? Because knowing one thing and sales is one thing, how you deliver a message to a specific client, it involves a different skill, and that's what you got to learn how to master, the way you deliver a message to them. This is an incredible home. I can't wait to sell the fuck out of it to you. Or saying, oh, the market's so tough, man. What do you think? Do you think I should buy right now? What do you think? Yeah, I think you should just wait. That's what the fucking order takers sound like outside open houses. And that's why when they see you as Z agent, when they see you guys, you're sparked up, you're looking sharp, you're looking energetic, you look super disciplined from your haircut to your fucking tie to your shoes are polished. That's when you know that there's a Z agent involved in selling or representing a property. Because you know the land size, you know the house size, you know the comparable sales in the area, you know everything about that specific home and within the vicinity of whatever's on the market as well. That's what gives you confidence. My suggestion to yourself is, if you got a listing and you're not getting inquiries, what should you do? Drop the price down, adjust it to meet the market. Don't knock back offers. I'll give you a very simple scenario. I was in the car last week with Fred. When Fred got the call, the buyer started off at 1.5 million. They ended up closing at a 1.75. $200,000 difference. If this was any other agent, if they wouldn't have, handled the objection right, they would have ignored the 1.5 million and say, you're a lowballer. He decided not to give up on that deal. He decided to keep persisting until the deal was done. So 200,000 above. Why? Because he showed the value. He educated the client as to why they should pay the price. So if a listing is not sold, if a listing is on the market, what's the issue? Not with us. Our marketing is next level. Why aren't we getting people through to open home? What is it? That's it. The quicker you know, the quicker you can embrace it, the easier it is for you to make money. I'll tell you why it's a price issue. Every market, you could say it's different. Every areas you could say, nah, it doesn't exist. I'll tell you what it is. It's overpriced because you haven't done your sums right and you haven't done your comparables. That's it. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because 10 years ago, I was in a boardroom with my director and he was super fucking sharp, yeah? And he was super educated, very well dressed, and you could tell he was a powerhouse of energy. Every time I would speak to him, he said, shut the fuck up. I said, nah, man, we're getting people to you. He goes, then your shit, pick one. Either your shit or it's overpriced. Pick one. I said, fuck it, it's overpriced. I don't want to say I'm fucking shit. Who wants to say I'm shit? So the quicker you acknowledge that your listing is overpriced, the easier it is for yourself to make money. You could make me walk into any market, any part of the world, globally, and I could go into a listing presentation because I've actually done my sums right, educated myself on what's on the market, what's been sold. Straight away, I'll be able to tell you this specific price range. And then from there, you can elevate. And the reason why I say that's price issue, because on Thursday, we launched the house on Tuesday. On Thursday, we did an open for inspection. We had 40 people through his home. The whole of the market in Brighton thought Brighton is dead. The video was incredible, the photos were incredible, the drone shots were incredible, our operations team did an incredible job with our social media campaign. 40 people on a Thursday. Who would have thought that you'd get these people? I thought Brighton was dead. It's not when you have a listing well priced. So we priced it between 2.25 to 2.45. The vendor was happy at 2.5. My range was happy, he was like 2.475. I'll be happy with that. My original quote was going to be 2 to 2.2 million. You remember, Mo? My original quote was 2 to 2.2 million. So then I bumped it up. I said, nah, we can get more for it. All of a sudden, because I did my research, I realized there's only 2 other townhouses on the market at that price. So I knew that I could ask for a little bit more. This was a townhouse. So there's always room for a specific product that is so unique. When you're going into a listing presentation, be more of an advisor saying, if you could give me waterfall edges, and if you can give me like a nice marble splashback, and if you can give me these polished concrete floors with some LED strips around it, if you can give me floor to ceiling tiles, don't go halfway. It will add value because when we do launch the house on the market, it's only going to add value to you. Because then when you're going back to the market, there is nothing else to compare it to. And that's when you can actually be more of an educator rather than taking orders. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So that's why when you've got a listing that's very well priced, it sells itself. It sells itself, then all you have to do is just negotiate the final value. So if a listing is not selling, what's the fault? That is it. If you're not getting inquiries, who's at fault? Price. And if you're getting inquiries, who's at fault? Thank you.